We shouldn't use content like that on the podcast.
I don't think we should either. Welcome to this epic disaster.
Oh, have we started?
Yeah, we've started.
Oh, I didn't push the button.
Oh.
I did push the button.
Oh, hi. So, okay, yes, by the way, welcome. You're now in this epic disaster realm.
Hey, we have these little mascots here. The what are those little kind of vinyl dolls that have the wide eyes and the big heads?
Really? You don't know Funko Pop?
Funk. That's one. Funko, buddy. We can use that one. That's a good one. Do they have those of Jesus? Can you get like...
Oh my God, I hope so.
I
want Jesus and
figures?
Moses and Mary Magdalene and all of them. I want all of them.
That it sounds like a curse. You send them to go, Jesus Funko.
My favorite thing
there
to do
could be a guy named Jesus whose last name was Funko.
Jesus Funko.
Jesus Funko. That's my new swear word right there. Whenever I hit myself, Jesus Funko.
I have a story to tell you. I may have told the story before.
By the way, we have started.
I know. So my story is this. I had a roommate way back when, before I met you. Well, I did know you when I was his roommate. But he had a godson. And he was 3 years old. And he was hopping up in the back of my roommate's truck. I say truck. I meant Hummer. Big truck. And so he's crawling up in the back and he's getting into his seat. And his foot slips. And he goes, oh, fuck. He's 3 years old.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so without like busting up laughing in the kid's face, my roommate says to him, he's like, okay, that's an adult word. Let's see if we can't find a word that, isn't an adult word that we can say when we're frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
So the kid thinks about it for like a minute and he goes, oh, fruitcake.
Fruitcake?
Fruitcake.
That's a good one.
And I just thought that was adorable. And then he did bust up laughing because that is, a 3-year-old came up with that shit.
I like Jesus Funko.
Jesus Funko.
Jesus Funko.
I feel like I said fuck really loud. Did I say fuck really loud?
I don't know.
Does it, if listeners, if I said fuck really loud, would you let me know?
I think if you say it at any volume, to some people, it's too much.
Okay, sorry.
Welcome to this epic disaster. This is not how we usually start, but we don't always do things the same way, as you probably know. And today we're going to be getting high while we have a live beer review. That's right.
We're not actually going to get high.
You do not know this. You don't know.
This has no THC in it.
You do not know that either.
I know it.
Today,
they can't legally sell it.
We're going to be smoking our beer.
No, we're going to be drinking our beer.
We're going to be watching a lot of Cheech and Chong.
Jesus Funko.
Eating some munchies.
No, we're drinking a beer. On our live beer review, which we do every week, we drink a beer. We let you know at the end of the podcast what we rate it. Rick is already regretting his decision. It's called Hemptails. It is made with real hemp seeds. It's a passion fruit express.
This beer smells like ass. I'm sorry. It's clear.
Why wouldn't it be?
It's clear beer. Look at this.
Okay, this is real hemp seeds, natural hemp, and passion fruit flavors. It is 8% alcohol by volume. And who brews this?
Is it a beer? Does it say it's a beer? It doesn't look like a beer.
It just says contains. It's a malt beverage.
Oh, that explains it. Well, first of all,
holy cow! It smells like weed.
It stinks. Skunk. It smells.
Premium malt beverage contains alcohol. So you bought this shit.
It smells.
I didn't buy it.
It smells like my ass has been wearing socks for a week. That's what it smells like.
Do you stick socks in your ass?
No, but it's awful. This is okay. And the color, what would we say? So, like, if
oh no, that smells like some good skunk right there.
No, it doesn't. It stinks.
Yes, it does.
Do you think that they add that, or that's real? That can't be real. It says
that's
it's
real.
It says it's made with real hemp seeds.
It is. That's what pot smells like. Did you not know that?
Well, I've smelled pot.
That's what it smells like. That's what the actual bud smells like.
That's nasty. I don't have any good anticipation of this beer.
I could huff this.
Really?
Like
you think
all
that
day
smells
long.
good?
Yes.
You like body odor, though. I don't.
Hold on.
No, you do. You like sniffing stinky people.
I have a thing about sticking my nose in your armpit.
This is nasty. Oh, my goodness.
Just.
Now, it says passion fruit something or another.
Yeah, there's a sweetness behind the smell.
If I can tolerate the smell and get down in there and smell a little bit, I could smell that little. It's good?
It's really good.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Your
I'm
nose
afraid
is,
to drink it.
Your nose is lying to you. I promise you.
All right.
I promise you.
I better not vomit. Here I go. I'm going to drink
You're
it.
not going to vomit. Just drink it. You're going to like it.
It tastes a little more fruit juicy than I expected.
It's passion fruit.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really taste like beer.
It's not beer. It's a malt beverage.
Oh, I got the wrong thing, I guess. So this is a live beer review in quotation marks.
It's a live beer
I
review.
thought we were drinking beer, and we're going to be high after it's over, so it's not
We
going to make
are
any difference
not.
anyway. After we get finished with this, we're going to be like flying.
We're not allowed to be high because
high.
we're not going to be high because it doesn't have any THC in it, which is what gets you high. Which is it's a misconception of people that say medical marijuana is bad because everybody's just going to be high and they won't know they're sick. No, that's not how it works. If there's no THC in it, you're not okay. Rick, you take CBD oil.
Yeah.
Do you get high?
Flying high.
Liar.
No.
You are full of lies.
No, I don't really
Right?
get high.
That's hemp. It's hemp oil.
I know what hemp is.
They call it CBD for whatever reason, but it's hemp. Okay?
I know.
That's what's in here.
Okay, crushed up seeds, but marijuana is hemp as well.
Yeah, but there's no THC in it.
You don't know that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, how did your week go? It's been a week since we've seen each other.
No, it hasn't. It's been a week since they've heard us.
How has your week gone?
My week has been fabulous.
Really?
No. No, I'm sorry, it hasn't. It's all right.
That's it. All right, I have a question for you.
What?
Well, I'll save my question. Let's do Would You Rather.
Okay, let's
I
play.
feel like there should be.
Because, the last podcast, we didn't do our Would You Rather until we were like, what, half an hour in?
I feel like every time we say, let's do Would You Rather, there should be like a theme song. Do, 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 do. Like, if you're on
Do,
TV show.
do, 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 do.
Yeah,
Okay.
it should like start up.
Yeah.
Maybe
let's
one day
do
we'll
that.
have that.
Okay, like 2 years ago, you said sound effects. You wanted to do sound effects.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 years later, and the only sound effects we have come out of our mouths.
Yeah. Okay, throw some stones.
All right. I'm just saying.
We're really sharp today.
I'm just saying.
It's all this pot we're drinking. I wouldn't mind this beverage too much if it didn't smell.
It smells like pot.
Smells like
Okay,
Ass
it's
socks.
green. Ask me a green category
green.
question.
You know what I need right now? You know what I need?
Glasses.
Do you know what I need to read
you need
these?
Glasses.
'Cause I
Because
can't
you
see,
are
boo.
blind AF.
Okay. Green, as you know, is ethics and intellect. We don't have either of those. Would you rather be directly responsible for the death of a beloved celebrity and have everyone know it?
Ooh.
What celebrity? Well,
Let's not choose the celebrity.
I'm going to let you choose.
All right.
Or be responsible for the death of a carload of people and have no one find out.
Oh my God.
That's cruel.
How about the first one? Absolutely the first
So
one.
you want to be responsible for the death of a beloved celebrity and everyone know about it.
Yep.
So your life would be, let's say, who would we pick? Who would be?
Well, okay, here's
David
the thing.
Tennant.
No.
You are responsible for the death of David
No.
Tennant and everyone knows
No.
about
Nope.
it.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Or
Nope.
a carload of people die and no one ever knows.
I thought you said I could pick the celebrity.
I just picked for you.
No, I could pick.
All right. Who are you picking?
So celebrity is as celebrity does, right?
Well, it says a beloved celebrity.
Beloved by whom?
I guess everyone beloved.
I'm not going to get political here, so I'll stay with the celebrity,
Okay.
the reality TV people.
Okay.
How many Kardashians are there?
I don't know.
There's like 8.
There's a bunch.
Pick one.
Okay. So
Okay.
one of those people.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, why not?
You know they have young fans that'll kill you.
See, that's the thing, is you're right. But if it were David Tennant, I would literally have to change my face.
Everyone, if it's a beloved celebrity, you're going to be killed by anyone anyway.
But you did.
That's why. I mean, I guess you can't pick the celebrity, but it would almost be better for the carload of people because you could go through life and you're going to feel guilty. No one else is going to know about it though.
You've given me something to think about.
You get to pick the people in the car that are going to be in the car, too.
I do? Oh, fuck yeah. I'm going for number
that
2
changes
then.
everything.
I'm going for number 2. Abso-motherfucking-lutely.
All right.
Sorry. I'm saying fuck a lot. I apologize.
Okay. My turn?
I'm going to stop. Okay, it's your turn.
All right.
Did
give
you
me
do
the
stones yet?
I haven't.
Do stone.
We just discovered it's my turn. I haven't thrown a stone. We're just really
We're
raw
on
today.
it. On it.
I also got green.
All right, so for your green question, would you rather bite the head off a... Oh my God, this is awful. Would you rather bite the head off a live pigeon or tear a gopher's leg off? Like literally just rip it off.
Yeah, neither of those really.
I don't like that. I'm going to ask you another question.
This involves torture. That's pain
not,
and torture.
That's not okay. I'm not comfortable.
I don't know that I could choose. I don't know that I would choose.
I wouldn't. I would, if it's either do one of those or be killed, I'd be killed.
But you're okay picking a van full of people. That's fine.
I like animals better than people. What can I say? All right. Here's one.
How about a van full of puppies?
Oh, fuck you. I hate you. I said it again. Okay, that's it.
You got Tourette's today. Go ahead.
No. Okay. Would you rather launch the missiles that would kill 1.5 billion people and save your country?
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Or allow the civilians to live knowing your country will become a dictatorship?
Oh, no. I'll kill people.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, people.
All day long, every day.
Yeah. You're not in this country? No.
Wow.
Gone.
I hate
You're
you.
gone.
I hate you. And everything you just said, I hate you.
Well, it's not true. I mean,
I know.
There's
no answer to that question.
No, I mean, it's all speculative. It's not actually happening that we know of. Let me ask you a question. All right. So, what food would you eat even after it hit the floor? Even after you dropped it on the floor? There's a limit. Because certain foods, if you drop it, it's just like, screw that, I'm throwing it away. But then some foods, it's just like, oh, I'm keeping that.
I read an article about this.
Okay.
I did years ago. I read an article about the whole 5-second rule.
Oh, yeah.
And basically the culmination of this article basically said the wetter the food, the least amount of time it should spend on the floor.
Okay.
Okay. So if it's a dry piece of food without a lot of butter or things like that in it, if it's a graham cracker, that's kind of buttery. Okay. If it's like a watercress, like a water cracker, way better than a graham cracker, because graham cracker is going to soak up like germs,
juices.
Yeah. Water cracker won't. So I get that. But at the same time, I dropped a French fry today on the floor underneath my desk, which, by the way, underneath my desk is probably the most disgusting place on the planet.
I can imagine that.
So I picked it up and I considered putting it in my mouth.
Uh-huh.
I did not.
See, I would have. I have a secret.
What's your secret?
I have a secret that I will share with the listeners that will instantly render food you drop edible once again.
Like ice cream even?
Anything.
No.
Yes.
I'm not eating ice cream off the floor.
Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Please.
Blow on it. That's my technique.
Just blow on it?
Yes. If I had dropped that fry, I would have picked it up, I would have blown on it and eaten the fry. And it would have been fine. I would still live. And it somehow, I don't know how, but it sterilizes it.
Oh,
and
I see.
it gets rid of anything, and you can eat it.
Are these like scientific facts?
Yeah, you bet. Of course, I've been doing it for 50-something years. Am I dead? No.
No.
Am I sick? No.
Yes, in the head.
I'm alive and well, and there you go. But I feel like there's kind of I don't know, you won't call it a hierarchy or whatever, but it's just, there's certain foods, and maybe expense has something to do with it, and you were saying moisture.
Sure.
If you went out and bought a tub of your favorite, best ice cream, and it was very, very expensive, and you were going to eat it, and you dropped it on the floor.
So my tub of matcha green tea ice cream spilled face first
On the floor.
On the floor.
Would you not try to get some of it up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even as juicy as that is, but if you just spilled, let's say you had a little bowl of popcorn, you just throw it away. Well, I don't know. I would blow on it. but I just think
I just call the dog popcorn.
Yeah,
popcorn.
if the dog will actually let you get a hold of it.
Right.
But I just wonder, what foods are there foods that you would just immediately pick up and throw away? If you dropped it on the floor. Like pizza?
No.
A really good pizza?
No.
No. I'm
okay,
searching for
nope.
hair.
Depends
I'm
on-
looking
depends
for
on what-
debris.
Nope.
I'm trying to find any kind of little pieces of lint or cloth. I'm getting that off the pizza because I'm eating that pizza.
What side of the pizza did it fall on?
That's the thing. I mean, I don't know if it falls on the bottom, eat a pizza. You're going to eat it.
If it falls on the bread side,
You're
absolutely.
eating it.
Yeah, all day
If it
long.
falls on the topping, you got to inspect it a little bit, and
Little
it
bit.
also depends on where it falls. If you're eating
if it falls on carpet,
if you're sitting on the toilet, you drop your pizza, you might think a little bit before
why are
you
you
eat
eating
it.
pizza on the toilet?
I do that all the time.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Don't question
I'm
my
not
eating
judging.
habits.
Nope.
But you got to inspect it a little bit before you put it in your mouth.
Oh my God. Okay. If something falls on the floor next to the toilet, you're going to put it in your mouth?
Well, again, it depends on what it is, number one. Number two, like I said, blow on it. It works in the bathroom, too.
Do you have to blow twice in the bathroom?
Sometimes.
This sounds dirty.
Sometimes you have to blow really hard
Oh.
in the bathroom.
Okay.
The biography of George Michael. That was totally inappropriate.
Extremely inappropriate.
I shouldn't even have said that. I think I can edit that out. I need to mark
You might want to.
18 minutes. Okay. I'll make a mental note.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, I think, for me anyway, I know that there are certain foods.
Right.
And I think it might have to do with value of the food, but there are certain foods that I would not. Like if I dropped a bowl of chili on the floor.
Mm-hmm. You're not likely to slurp it up.
I'm thinking about it. I would probably scoop it and throw it away.
Yeah. I mean, because really, if you think about it, okay, now if I spilled, let's say I made a cocktail and it was the last of my vodka.
You're
or
getting a straw.
Whatever. No,
You're
I'm
strawing
not
on the floor.
I'm just gonna be angry. I'm just gonna be angry.
No, you're
because
getting
I'm
a
not
straw.
licking that shit off the floor.
If
I'm
you've had 4 already, you are.
No, I'm
yes,
not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You're
And here's
snorting
why.
it like Ozzy on pee.
No, what? No, I'm not.
You have to watch The Dirt to understand that.
I don't want to. So here's where I'm at. It could be the thing I want the most at that moment. And if it's a liquid form and it falls on the floor,
Yeah.
I know where my feet have been.
And everything else, yeah.
I walk outside in barefoot. I don't like shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have walked on my floor and then spilled a liquid beverage on the floor, I'm not licking it up by any means. Not to mention my dog has walked in that area. My cat has walked in that area, and they've both walked in their own shit. So the likelihood of me, no, it's not happening.
I also feel like that if I forget about it, it never happened. If I drop my sandwich while I'm on the toilet and I eat it,
Now there's a sandwich involved on the toilet?
it's a buffet. I can't help it. If I do that and then I put it out of my mind, forget about it, and no one ever knows, it didn't happen. It's just like
is that an important point
it's
that no one knows?
Yeah, it's exactly like the van of people going over that no one ever going to find out about it. No one will know ever. No one
so
that
let's
I
say,
ate that sandwich.
Let's
It
say
didn't happen.
that you drop a finger sandwich next to the toilet while you're pooping.
Again?
Uh-huh. And you pick it up and you
Yes.
put it in your mouth and you eat it.
Uh-huh.
Let's say you're at a party, at a hors d'oeuvre party, and you drop a finger sandwich on the floor next to the table. Do you pick it up and put it in your mouth?
No. You don't do that in front of other people.
Oh.
You might want to. See, that's the thing. If I dropped a sandwich and I'm sitting on my own toilet in the bathroom, or a piece of the sandwich. If I'm eating a Subway and an olive falls down the floor.
Oh, God, no.
And I would just get it and pop it in my mouth. No one knows. Boom, that's it. I mean, whose pee is it? It's mine.
Oh,
it's been in my body
why
before.
Why is there pee on the floor?
You said it. I'm just saying. I don't know what all's in there. I'm just saying.
I didn't say there was pee on the floor.
And then, if you're at someone else's house, hell no, you're not. I'm not going to put someone else's pee stuff in my mouth. I'm not. And plus, probably not going to be eating a sandwich in their bathroom.
Outside observation. If anyone is still listening, what the fuck are you listening to? I just want to say that.
Look, we try to give tips on areas of life that other people don't, right? I mean, you can hear all day how to vote, how to think, how to worship, how to live, how to eat. I'm trying to tell you
how to handle food that falls on the floor.
Exactly.
Okay. Can we move on?
Sure.
I have a joke for you because I really want to lighten the mood.
That was light.
No, that was gross.
Speaking of toilet and light, my toilet light burned out. That
I
you
know.
gave me. You gave me, and
know.
it finally bit the big one.
But it's only been since Christmas.
I don't know what happened.
And it's barely May.
I mean, that's a quality item, too. I don't know what happened.
They don't make toilet lights like they used to.
But the weird thing is, now I've got to get another one because I liked it.
I'll get you one. I think I still have it on my Amazon wish list. Okay, so when is a cow hairy on the inside and the outside at the same time?
When you drop him on the bathroom floor.
Well, that's true. Although it's all on the outside at that point. But the actual answer is when it stood in the doorway of a barn.
Huh?
Then it was hairy on the inside and hairy on the outside at the same time. Because cows are hairy.
It's like a pun. I see.
Where do you learn to make ice cream?
At the ice creamery?
At Sunday school. You don't like my jokes.
Oh, those are not funny at all.
No, but they were. I bet you one person laughed. Aside
Some
from
people,
me. Aside from me.
People like different things. I don't know if you know that. It's true.
I don't know. No, it's not true. Everybody likes puns. Everybody likes dad jokes.
Mm-mm. I'm not a big fan.
I'm not a huge fan of archery.
Why? Because you hurt your arms?
It has but it has way too many drawbacks.
See? That's why no one likes it.
That's why nobody likes me, I think.
Because you have too many drawbacks?
Well, yeah. I'm very sad.
Here's what I want to do this week. Maybe this weekend I'm thinking about. Do you like garage sales? Are you a big garage sale person?
I love garage sales,
like
but I
flea
never
markets?
go to them. Do you know why I never go to them?
Because you're always sleeping.
Because I don't like things. Okay,
What?
Here's the thing is I don't like to have like things in my house. I don't like to have
I don't believe you. You always say that, then I go to your house and you got things.
And you've given them all to me.
I did not give all of them to you. You buy them.
Yeah, you did.
Some of it I do.
You've given them all to me.
I think so.
When I have surfaces in my house, I have very few surfaces because I don't want to have things on them. I'm a minimalist. So when you buy me things, I have very few surfaces, and all those surfaces are covered in things that you bought me.
I don't attach them to you with glue. You can always get rid of them. You can always sell them.
But I feel bad.
Put them in a garage sale.
I feel bad doing that.
No, you use them for a while and then get rid of them. People do that.
Some of them I just keep in the box and show them.
I'm a big garage sale person. I love garage sales. I like flea markets. I like Goodwill. I like antique markets. I like secondhand stores. I like things that have been used. If someone offered me a chance to buy a brand new book or a used book, I will take the used book. I feel like that there's the person who read the book before me has left some sort of energy sometimes. Sometimes a smell like a cigar. Sometimes I love when I buy a book and I open it up and it smells like a cigar or a pipe or something like that.
Do you know what I love is I love it when I buy a book from a secondhand store and I bring it home and my cat just sniffs the hell out of it.
Because you know they were a cat owner.
Right. And it's that really thrills me. There's something weird about that when your cat is attracted to something you've brought home.
Yeah. But there's a risk, obviously. I mean, you don't know who dropped any of that stuff by their toilet.
Oh, God.
You don't.
Bleach your books, people. Bleach them.
But I love doing it. I think that it's. I don't know why. What do you think? Because people do find treasures
Yes.
When they go out, I mean, I found some cool, we've talked about it, I found some cool art at antique stores and Goodwill. I always like to find things, some people, like they say, it's trash for somebody and treasure for some other people. But garage sales are different because garage sales are unedited. Somebody's just decided they're going to get rid of crap in their house.
Right.
And they don't.
Not for any reason.
And a lot of times it's stuff they don't even know what it is. Someone gave it to them. They just have it here and there.
Sure.
So you can always find stuff. And you always, because I've heard so many stories about great finds that happen.
Well, you hear stories like that on like shows like Antiques Roadshow.
Yes.
Somebody says, "Oh, I went to this estate sale or this garage sale or whatever, and I found these items, and what are they worth?" And oh, it's $1 billion, or nothing. It's crap. Throw it away.
I found here on the internet a list of 11 of the best garage sale finds ever made, and it inspires me because it makes me feel like that I'm going to find a treasure as well, even though I haven't yet.
If you live long enough, if you were to live forever, you would.
Yeah. Well, this says these circumstances prove a little luck is all you need, from turning 50 cents into $43,000.
How the hell does that happen?
Or $3 into $2.2 million.
What?
It's safe to say these folks gained back their initial investment.
That sounds like Art Deco jewelry.
All right, here we go.
something.
This is them. Number 11.
Yep.
A 50-cent painting, which is worth $10,000.
What?
In May 2015, Christie's Auction House, New York, made history by selling the single most expensive piece of art sold at auction. The price tag on this one, this one-of-a-kind Picasso,
He found a Picasso at a garage sale?
was just over $179 million. Picasso began painting this series A through O in 1954. Version O is now owned by an anonymous phone bidder. So apparently someone... What? That doesn't totally make sense.
I think we
It
need
says
to cut this because
$10,000.
I think you just jacked up your story.
No, I'm trying to figure out how it makes sense. Anyway, all right, number 10. A Tiffany mirror purchased for $2,
Okay.
valued for $25,000. That's a pretty good investment.
That's a great investment.
Anonymous buyer purchased this 1905 Tiffany Peacock mirror from Hurley, Arizona. The mirror was brought onto the Antique Roadshow, like you said, to be appraised in 2010. The Art Nouveau style piece includes LED and reflected glass and is stamped with the iconic Tiffany Studios in New York. PBS Antiques Roadshow appraiser Arlie Suka appraised the piece at $25,000, which is 12,500 times what the buyer originally paid for it. $3 for a lamp.
No, a mirror. I thought you said it was a mirror.
Mirror, that is correct.
Okay.
Would you sell it or would you keep it?
I kind of would want to. Well, okay. Let's just put it this way. If I was at Antiques Roadshow and somebody said, this is worth this much money, and there was somebody there going, I will give you that much money, I would say, I wonder if I should put this up for auction somewhere.
Yeah.
Because there might be somebody with more money that wants it more than you do.
Yeah, I don't feel like
Is that the definition of greed?
No, I don't. I love collecting art, but I don't have the kind of art that a Tiffany would belong in. So I think
Okay.
I would do better with the money. Maybe I would get the money and then go buy a cheaper piece of art to put in my collection.
And then if I were to leave Antiques Roadshow without giving it to the person for the amount of money that they said it was worth, how would I get in touch with these people like Sotheby's and
I think you just call them and say, I think I have that. They're going to be interested. So
Interesting. Okay.
all right, this is very interesting. Number 9, a Velvet Underground record was purchased for 75 cents and sold for $25,000.
Velvet Underground.
Montreal native Warren Hill purchased this vinyl Velvet Underground album for 75 cents from a New York City sidewalk sale in 2002. He's a record buff. He was excited at the mere prospect of enjoying the classical album. Unbeknownst to him, this piece of vinyl was a rare EP demo
Oh,
that the group
wow.
cut for Columbia Records in April '66. The only known copy of that recording session.
Wow.
That is what makes it
Yeah.
expensive.
Right.
He posted the album on eBay, and the auction ended with a bid of $25,000, which is over 33,000 times what he originally paid.
Now, why would
On
you
eBay.
Why
Well,
would you bid on eBay without having some kind of
Certificate
guarantee,
yeah.
that's what it was.
I think you have to, but why would you sell it on eBay if it's really worth that?
Go to an auction.
Yeah, because there would be dealers and people who'd be and I have to think maybe the guy didn't know exactly what he had.
I bet
he thought he would get a lot, but he didn't think he would get 25,000.
I also bet that sometimes those dealers scroll or troll on eBay looking for things like that.
Yeah. All right, number 8, a 58-cent sweater, Vince Lombardi sweater, was worth $43,000.
Well, yeah. Where'd you get it for? Like Goodwill?
Sean and Ricky McElvoy purchased the West Point sweater from a thrift store for 58 cents. The couple would have never imagined that the original owner of the sweater was none other than the football coaching legend Vince Lombardi.
Wow. Can you say that again?
No, I could barely say it the first time. My tongue stopped working. After seeing a documentary about Coach Lombardi, Ricky saw that there was Lombardi name tag stitched onto the sweater. The couple began to wonder if there was truly a connection. The Heritage Auction House in Dallas, Texas, was able to confirm the authenticity of the sweater by examining the types of fabric used, as well as the different methods of stitching used. It's like DNA kind of testing,
sort of forensic. Yeah.
The auction house appraised the sweater at about $20,000. The sweater went to auction in 2015 in New York and sold for $43,000. Oh. What do you do with a sweater for $43,000?
You put it in a shadow box and hang it on the wall.
Ridiculous. And then what? People just look at it. Yep. I guess it's like art,
It's art.
All right. Number 7, an Egyptian cat bust. I love cat busts.
Oh, wow.
Sold for $80,000.
I thought those were called teats.
Teats. The 2,500-year-old bronze cat bust originated in Egypt. Despite the immense history behind the figure, it was almost thrown away forever after a yard sale in Cornwall, southern England. The cat was left over after the sale concluded. Well, I guess no one wants the cat. Let's get rid of it. The owners of the cat threw away the figure, believing it had little to no value. Luckily, someone retrieved the artifact, dating back to 500 to 700 BC.
Wow.
Had the authenticity verified by an Egyptian expert at the British Museum. And
how did they get a hold of this thing?
A London dealer purchased it for $80,000.
How did they get a hold of this thing?
I just looked through the garbage. I guess they're just looking through people's garbage. I don't know. You know, when you have a yard sale, because sometimes we'll do that. We'll have a yard sale, and then right at the end, there's a lot of stuff that don't sell. So what do? It's like no one's going to, you have a price tag on it, and as soon as no one does, you take all the price tags off and give it to Goodwill for free.
Right.
People just like, well, I just could have just waited.
But the people that were getting rid of it.
Yeah.
How did they get it?
Who knows?
Maybe this is from millennia
I know.
ago.
Maybe they had ancestors from BC.
What? Okay.
All right, number 6, a Frankenstein movie poster sold for $358,500. I couldn't get my thousands to,
Are you drunk?
No.
You sound drunk.
I'm high.
You're not high.
I've been drinking the hemp. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
All right, this Frankenstein movie poster from the original 1931 movie was all but forgotten until it was discovered in the early 1970s in the projection booth of a remodeled theater. Frankenstein memorabilia can be popular with many collectors, and when an item of this old resurfaces, prices escalate quickly, as did this. It was estimated that the original poster would sell for between $100,000 and $200,000, but the Heritage Auction House in Dallas, Texas, sold it for $358,500.
You got it right that time.
Wow. 12 bidders.
Wow.
Incredible.
So where did the bidding start?
I have no idea.
If after 12 bidders, the bidding ended up at $300,000.
Right. I don't know.
Where did it start? And who jumps that high?
Somebody come in at $358,500.50.
I would do that.
They're like, I got it.
I would do
won.
that. I would. I got an extra. I got a quarter. I got a quarter in my
All right,
pocket.
number 5, a $2.48 copy of the Declaration of Independence sold for $477,650.
Where do you buy a copy of the Declaration of Independence for $250?
At a yard sale, garage sale. Congress ordered William J. Stone to create 200 reproductions of the Declaration of Independence back in 1820. It was believed that only 35 of those 200 were in existence to date. Michael Sparks, a Tennessee man, found the 36th reproduction.
Wow.
He was shopping at a garage sale when he purchased salt and pepper shakers along with the document for $2.48. After examining what he believed to be a cheap reprint copy, he began to realize that the engraving was far too intricate for a mass-produced copy. Intricate.
Wow.
He confirmed his suspicions after researching online. Sparks discovered he was a proud owner of one of Stone's declarations.
Okay. So, how did he discover that?
It was validated, and his version is sold. It doesn't say who did it, but it was done because it got sold for a lot of money.
Okay. What about the salt and pepper shakers?
I don't know, but here's what I'm thinking. And congratulations to the dude that bought it, but the people that sold it,
What the fuck?
are they reading the story and they're like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
We had a garage sale.
That was us.
We sold it. I remember that guy.
That was
Oh
ours.
my gosh, that was ours. We could have had $500,000.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, number 4, an antique table purchased for $25, sold at auction for $541,500.
Let me guess. It was from Baltimore.
Nope, but you're close.
Okay. Boston?
Claire Wiegand Beckham. What a name. That's a good one. A retired New Jersey school teacher purchased this table in 1998 for $25 at a yard sale. The 18th century card table made by Boston furniture maker John Seymour and Son seemed simply like a run-of-the-mill antique to the woman. In fact, the table sat in her home for 30 years before it was appraised on the PBS show Antique Roadshow.
You know, if you have furniture in your house that has
Take
been
it back.
in your family forever, you might want to find out where it was, created and where it was built, and figure that out, because anything up in Boston, Baltimore, that area, it might be worth money.
Television show appraised the table at $200,000 to $300,000. Once the table went up for auctions at Sotheby's, the bids came pouring in. The final bid for the table was $541,500.
For a card table.
Yeah.
A card
Amazing.
table.
Wonder how much the cards go for. All right, number 3, Andy Warhol's sketch purchased for $5, valued at, what do you think?
1.2.
Keep going.
1.5.
Keep going.
1.8.
More.
2 million.
Yes.
What?
Andy Fields, a British businessman, purchased what he believed to be a child's drawing. I did that once.
Yep.
At a yard sale in 2010 in Las Vegas. Fields was corrected that a child rendered the drawing. However, he never imagined that the child artist was the world famous Andy Warhol.
So it was Andy's
As a child,
childhood
apparently.
drawing.
The artist was the drawing of none other than pop art pioneer Andy Warhol. Warhol sketched the drawing when he was around 10 years old. Wow. And was on bed rest, suffered from cholera. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The picture depicts 1930s singer Rudy Valley. The piece of the Warhol art had been appraised at a value of roughly $2 million. However, Fields is still the owner of the piece. He's not going to sell it.
No.
He's not sure whether he wants to sell it. But if he does, his investment will have increased 400,000 times. Nice. All right, number 2, ceramic bowl purchased it for $3, sold.
A ceramic bowl, you said? Okay.
Yes. Sold for $2.2 million. New York family purchased the white bowl for $3 at a garage sale in 2007. The family could never have imagined that the 5.5-inch piece china could be worth millions. After 6 years, the family had the bowl appraised. They learned that it originated from China's Northern Song Dynasty, and it was worth $200,000 to $300,000. In March 2013, the family put the bowl up for auction. It sold for $2.2 million.
That's not bad.
No.
That's really not bad.
733,333 times the investment.
I mean, that's a good rate on return.
Sure.
I think.
All right, here we go. Number 1, Tudor bed frame. How many, we all
Henry's?
have those hanging around in our garage.
Was it Henry's?
Possibly. We'll find out.
All right.
They purchased it for 2,200 pounds. It's now worth 20 million pounds.
It must have been Henry's. He did have 8 wives. I mean, I wonder if they were all in the same bed.
Not at the same time. This intricately carved 4-post bed was dumped in the hotel parking lot of the former Redland House Hotel in Hof Green, Chester, England, when builders were renovating the property. Ian Colson purchased the bed for $2,200 in 2010. Colson, a four-post bed specialist. He's a four-post bed specialist.
That might mean a lot of things.
That's a job I would like.
Me too.
He spotted the item when it was listed on the internet. Once the bed was in his hands, he approached a TV historian, Jonathan Foyle, with the suspicion that there was greater significance to the bed. Foyle confirmed that this four-post bed was the only surviving Tudor bed. This was proven when DNA testing of the timber revealed that the bed, in fact, belonged to King Henry the Seventh.
Is it a V in 2 ones?
Yes.
Okay.
I had to do some. I had to go back to elementary school and do some calculations.
Wow.
Back in 1486, the bed was estimated to be worth over $20 million. The bed will remain on display in the Long Gallery of Hever Castle in Kent until 2015, which means somebody's already got it. Somebody's having sex on it right now.
They could be.
There you go. All right. Hope that was interesting. I always look for good garage sale finds, but I don't think I'll ever find King Henry VII's four-post bed. But then again, I don't have a four-post bed expert.
What about the 8th, though? That's the one I want.
Well, I know.
That's the one I want.
But how much do you think that would be worth?
Somebody probably burnt that shit down.
I bet that's worth a lot.
I bet it's worth way more.
Tons and tons of money.
Tons and tons of money.
All right.
So, okay. Listen. You went on and on and on and on.
Sorry.
About antiques.
Jeez.
And it was kind of long.
Well.
Kind of long and boring.
Sorry.
Actually. Do you think anyone's still listening?
I don't know.
If they are, I'd like to ask them a question.
Okay, ask them a question.
All right. Do you regret having a pet?
Regret having a pet?
Yeah.
You mean like petting someone?
No.
Like, I'm sorry I pet you.
I'm sorry.
I regret that. I didn't mean to touch you.
I regret us having that pet because that was bad. No, that's not what I mean.
You mean you adopt a pet, you take a pet, you get a pet, and then you're sorry you did.
At some point, months later, do you feel a certain level of regret?
Let me tell you my history.
Okay.
If it'll help you. I'm trying to remember I remember I adopted a cat. Okay, here's the thing. We adopted a kitten.
A kitten.
A baby kitten. That freaking kitten went crazy. As kittens do. It didn't do anything but be a kitten.
Yeah, it was just
and
a
basically, I remember we thought, we're way over our heads. So we took the kitten back to the shelter where we got it.
You took it back?
Had to. And exchanged it for a grown-up kitty. And it turned out to be one of the best decisions because that grown-up kitty was, we had that grown-up kitty until it died. It was like part of the family. It's great. And I'm sure someone adopted that little baby kitty.
So it was just you couldn't handle the kitten.
I was young. I was young 20s. And I didn't know, I wasn't really cognitive of all of what it was going to take to caretake a brand new baby cat. Okay. Now, since then, I got several baby kitties and raised them to be grown-ups. Mm-hmm. But at the time, I just didn't have the patience to do it. And I didn't really understand what it was going to take.
Okay.
And so now, I have a little more ability to do that.
Do you ever regret the decision to take that kitten back?
No. I don't know whether anyone adopted it, but I think baby kittens probably have more chance to be adopted. Now, I remember I adopted a gorgeous gray long-haired cat. And that cat had nonstop bowel problems.
Okay.
And I didn't know what to do with it. But I remember, and this is awful, and I mean, I guess now, take it to the vet and fix it and do all the stuff. But the cat would spin around in one place while it was shitting and just sling liquid poop all over the place while it was doing that. And it would do that constantly. So it obviously had some
medical issues.
It probably had some parasites and things like that. Again, young, didn't know all the things I was supposed to do. I just know I didn't want a helicopter poop kitty in my house. So I ended up taking that cat to it was a cat, like an outdoor, not a shelter, but a living facility for cats where they could just live outdoor and enjoy themselves. So the cat lived outside with other cats and had a great time.
Okay.
That's what that cat did. So, and then I remember I got a dog that wouldn't stop barking, and that dog drove me crazy. I regretted it, but I kept that dog, and I did everything I could do to keep the dog from barking, and it would not stop. Would not stop freaking barking.
What was that dog's name?
Puck.
I remember Puck.
Yeah.
You told me about Puck.
And Puck eventually, I had him all the way up until he died.
Yep. He was just a
And he
barking dog.
barked the entire time. So, yeah, I've had situations where you think that you're going to get what you want, and then you end up not being able to get what you want. I had, my famous dog, Kiefer.
Of course.
The greatest dog in the world.
He is the greatest dog in the world.
Before I moved to Chattanooga, he had a playmate called Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
And Kirby was the biggest giant teddy bear you've ever seen. Big blonde dog that was a part German Shepherd, part Chow.
Mm-hmm.
He just looked like a teddy bear.
Yep.
Gentle for the most part. Great little dog. But when I moved, I had to get rid of one of those dogs. I would move to a place that would only allow one. And I didn't want to, but I had to. And so Kirby went to a farm with some friends of ours who kept the dog until he died.
Okay.
So he was well taken care of.
Sure.
So I didn't feel as bad. But, I think most people have good intentions when they adopt. And for whatever purposes, sometimes, it's practical purposes. You move somewhere that won't take pets or whatever. You get allergies. Maybe they bite your kids, whatever.
Yeah.
There are surprises you don't think about. So
Right.
things like that. Sometimes that happens.
So here's where I'm at. I adopted a dog, as you know, and I love her to death, and I'm extremely attached to her, and her name is Toffee. She just turned a year old in, oh my gosh, it's been January. So she's 13 months old, 12, no, hold on. Math is hard. She's 15 months old at this point.
Is she really over a year? I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know she was over a year.
Yeah, she was a year, January 17th, I believe. Anyways, I don't know her actual birthday. That's the birthday I gave her. So there she is. She's born. She's good. But I already have a cat. My kitty just turned 15
Yes.
in February. So she's elderly. She's got her own mind. Let's say she's a bit stubborn,
Sure.
if you will. They are separate in my one-bedroom apartment. I have a baby gate that
Yes.
separates them. And sometimes I feel a lot of guilt over the fact that I don't spend as much time with Pretty Girl, my cat, as I used to, because I'm out in the living room doing my living room things, which is where she used to spend time with me, but she can't now. Which, she didn't always. When she wanted to go just chill, she went into the bedroom, and that's where she is now. She's in the bedroom, and it's a huge bedroom. She
Yes.
has many surfaces. She has windows. She has things she can do. So I wonder sometimes, okay, is Toffee, my dog, taking over Pretty Girl's life?
Well, she's taking your attention for sure. You get another animal, that's part of the agreement. You're going to divide attention.
Right.
So some of what she had just for herself is now split in two.
Right. And should I feel guilt over that?
Well, should you feel guilt? No, there's no rule book that says, let's see, right here, number 10,
Yes.
you should feel guilt. Yes, you should.
Yes.
No, you will feel guilt, and I know you, and you do, and you will. But no, I think there might be some more effective ways to handle it than what your current arrangement is. I feel like that you need, your dog is over a year old now and
Yes.
needs to start growing up and socializing with your cat more.
She needs training.
Totally.
Yeah.
I house sat your dog today. I know your dog likes to chase cats around and piss off cats. I don't think she's a threat to them necessarily. I also know from experience what your cat will do to dogs. So I think she'll take care of herself pretty good. But I think you need to introduce them more while you're there. I think you need to let them cross space if they want to.
I do. Sometimes I do leave the gate open, given the opportunity. It's just that, there are certain times of day
Yes.
where habits have formed. When in the morning, when I get up, I come out. I take the dog out. I come back in. I get in the shower. I leave the dog open to the world when I take a shower, and she fucks with the cat
Yeah.
through the gate.
Right.
But the cat sits right at the gate. So I'm yelling while I'm in the shower to try and get Toffee away from the gate. And then there's also, like, there's times when I go into the bedroom, I leave the gate open and she comes in with me. And all she's really interested in when she comes into the room is the cat's food. She's not so much interested in the cat.
Right.
She's interested in the food that's on the floor.
And anyone's food.
Right. But the cat just kind of looks at her.
Yeah.
Just watches her walk around. She doesn't go after her. She doesn't attack her. She doesn't run and hide.
Right.
She's not afraid of the dog.
Yeah. I think as the dog gets older, there's going to be less worry on just the stupid little puppy things. And I think that's part of your job as a dog parent is to encourage that and not enforce it, but allow it to happen supervised. So no one gets hurt.
All she wants to do is play. All she ever does is get down and play position and try and play.
But your cat's going to say, no, I'm not interested, or I am interested, or whatever. You just never know. I was so worried about the first time I let my dog and my cat meet. I thought it was going to be a huge problem. And I opened up the gate, and I thought that I was going to have to watch the dog and keep the dog from attacking the cat. The moment the cat saw the dog, she just took off running toward the dog and just ran and started nuzzling the dog. And the dog was like, what the hell is this? Never seen a cat before. They became best friends. You remember how they would play. And they were best friends, and they still are like that.
The dog used to drag the cat out from under the couch by her head.
Which wasn't a cool thing. I didn't encourage that.
No.
And I would get very upset about it.
Yes.
But they loved playing, and they still love playing, and they still do play. They're very good friends and they're very close. But I just think that, this is the facts. These are not pleasant facts, but they're the truth. Your cat is old. Your cat won't live many, many more years. Let's hope she'll live as many as she can.
I'm pushing for 25.
But at some point when she's gone, you're still going to have your doggy. And things will change. Everything's going to change. The house rules will change. So I just feel like as the dog gets older, you teach the dog mature choices more. And I know how hard it is because I spent the day with her. But you just have to let her, I think, be integrated into your house a little more, into the things with the cat. Let the cat and the dog occupy the rooms a little more. I do feel like that you need to let the dog out of the crate more at night, maybe. I know. But sometimes...
At night is even worse because I can't watch her.
But she'll fall asleep. I mean, it's part of growing up. She's going to do some things that are stupid. She's going to do some things that piss you off. But eventually, she'll stop and she'll sleep. And then that'll be what she does forever. She's going to be like, hey, I'm out of the crate. This is crazy. And then she's going to act out because she's not used to it. But then after a while, it's just like being in the crate. It's going to be a fact of life. And I just think that you got to not worry about it. It's just like kids. You got to teach your kids to grow up. You got to teach your pets to grow up.
I think I'm too controlling to have pets.
Totally. Totally. I know this about you, but I'm just saying you're also a good pet parent. And I just feel like sometimes you got to back off, let pets do what they got to do. You don't know that your pets could end up being best friends and sleep together. They might just love hanging out together, And so, I don't know. I just feel like don't worry too much about it. You're going to have your dog probably a lot longer than you're going to have your cat at this point. You've had a full life with your cat. So you just got to treat them both, like what they are. Your cat doesn't have to be watched, but you got to spend more time with her to give some quality time, and then let your dog be a part of that time.
Okay. I will consider your advice.
I am the pet whisperer. So
you aren't actually the pet whisperer.
Send me your email, thisepicdisaster@gmail.com. Any of your pet questions. I'll be happy to, come up with a solution. I'm pretty good at getting along with the pets.
Speaking about pets, why aren't koalas actually bears?
Oh. I don't know.
They don't meet the qualifications.
Oh, man. All right. I feel like we should start wrapping up
this
the podcast.
Has not been a good podcast.
You say this podcast could save someone's life.
What? This has been a really bad podcast.
Hey, speaking of save someone's life, I just want to say that I listened to our friend Doug and the Pub's podcast. His first one came out today.
That's awesome.
It was better than I thought it was going to be. Not that I thought it was going to be crap. I just, it's the first podcast. You kind of think, it's going to be rough. I mean,
ours was awful.
We're at 72 and it's rough.
Yeah. Clearly.
Yeah. Ours suck at 72. His was so much better than I thought.
I can still suck at 72.
And, he talks about, Doug talks about a lot of serious things, but he talks about a lot of goofy things, and he talks about alcohol, beer, wine, not so much wine, liquor. He does interviews. So, I mean, give it a listen, Doug in a Pub. He's not paying us to say it. It's not a commercial. I just listened to it today, and I thought it was cool. So
we've just known him for about, 3 years now?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. I always like it when people do good podcasts, and it's nice to know that's happening. All right, people, I think we're going to tell you what we think of this. It's not a beer.
It's not a beer. It's a malt beverage.
This malt beverage. What do you think of the malt beverage? What's it called again?
It is called, I still have some. It's called Hemptails.
Hemptails.
And I still never figured out who the brewer was, I'll be honest with you. It's Passion Fruit Express, and it is real hemp seeds, natural hemp, and passion fruit flavors. 8% alcohol by volume. I'm going to take the rest home, I think, because you didn't like it.
No, there's 2 more in there. You can have them.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a 2.
Because of the smell.
Totally. It tastes...
Because taste-wise, this is all about you. This is your drink.
No, there's a little bit of bitterness in it, but I do like the kind of fruit flavor. It tastes like there's fruit juice in it, so that's kind of cool. It's not as bad tasting as I thought it was going to be, but I can't get past that smell. That's awful. I just can't handle that.
See, I can sit in a room that smells like that and be just fine.
That's why you're taking them home. I'm giving it a 2. How about you? What are you giving it?
As far as malt beverages go, I have a hidden secret I need to tell people. It might not be hidden really, but it's not going to be hidden anymore.
You like them?
No, I like certain malt beverages.
Okay.
There's one in particular that was recently re-released called Zima.
Oh, yeah. I remember those.
I'm a Zima fan.
Wow.
In a weird, awkward way. I don't drink Zima like at parties and drinking and whatnot. I drink Zima for breakfast. Mm-hmm. That's my breakfast beverage.
Alcohol for breakfast.
Well, that's a given. But I like Zima in the morning. I like Zima when I go for a walk. I like Zima to exercise with. Zima is like my thing.
Would you drink them in a box with a fox?
I would drink them in a shoe with a shrew.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, I'm going there. I went with the shrew.
It's been a long time since I had one. Do they have like a little slight orange taste?
They're a lemon lime.
Really?
They're a citrus. They're a citrus beverage.
I was thinking it was kind of orange.
Could be orange.
Well, so you like you're a fan of the malt beverages, so this is something right up your alley.
I'm not going to say that I didn't mean to talk about your alley on
the podcast.
Talk about my alley like that. That's my alley.
It's right up your alley.
Get out of my alley. No, this is not bad.
Okay. Again, number.
This will be breakfast tomorrow.
Number
3.
3. I'll give it a 2. You give it a 3?
Sure.
All right. Well, you can have the rest of them. All right, people, thank you for listening to the podcast. We are here every Monday. We do a podcast every Monday. We got, I'm not going to talk about the surprise that's coming
Next
up.
Next week's going to be better.
We hope so. And but you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. Live shows. Not really live, but I mean, you know what I'm saying.
No, I don't.
The actual podcasts themselves are on YouTube. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on every place where you can find shitty podcasts. That's where we are.
We're on shittypodcast.com.
You can always find us at thisepicdisaster.com. That's a good place to kind of hang out with us. And I think the best place is probably Facebook. Because you could send us stuff on Facebook. We'll reply. We
do respond on Facebook.
A lot.
More than anywhere else.
And you can send us letters. Tell us what you think of the show. If you think this was a shitty show, we don't care. Just say that was a shitty show. Or you could say, it's all right. We're all right. I liked it.
Sometimes,
I like garage sales.
Sometimes you just have bad conversations.
What
happens? Whatever.
I mean, just because it smelled like a skunk, I can't help it. But you can do that, and then anywhere else that you want to do, anywhere else you want to hang out,
just come see us.
Come see us.
You want to be on the podcast? Send us a line.
Yeah, if you want us to interview you,
put you on the podcast.
We need to start doing some fan interviews, I think, or people. I think we need to have a little special hotline where people can call up and give their comments, and then we play them.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
Show really sucked today.
I could.
That was
oh
my movie
God.
guy. Oh,
we
no.
came back with the movie voice.
That was an accident. I didn't mean to do.
The
movie guy listens to the podcast and he thinks the show sucks.
That's what it was. Yeah. Why don't I just give out my cell phone number? People can just call and leave me voicemails.
I wouldn't really advocate that. I don't think that would be a good idea. But yeah, you can do that. And just please let us know what you think about it.
All right.
Should we say goodbye?
Thanks for listening.
Oh, was that all you were going to say?
No. See how awful this podcast is?
It wasn't awful. Just off. Just slightly off.
We're just like slightly diagonal of right.
Yeah, that's what we always are.
I like it.
All right.
Bye. This is a Violet Jester Media podcast.